Hello everyone and welcome to the Cobra Corner. In today's episode I'm going to be reviewing episode 7 of season 4 titled Minefields. I have to mention that this will not be a spoiler free review and I will dive deep into the spoilers, so if you're yet to watch season 4 of Cobra Kai or Cobra Kai in general, now would be the time to avoid this video. The episode begins with Anthony at a library talking to Leah. Leah is then seen approaching Kenny, which Anthony and his friends see. One of Anthony's friends declares, "Looks like everyone's doing something new," which of course is a reference to the original Karate Kid film, where at the beach, Tommy utters the line to Johnny when watching Ali and Daniel play at the beach. Later in the changing rooms, Anthony is subject to more comments by his friends in regards to Kenny stealing Anthony's girl. Anthony, angered by this, decides to steal Kenny's clothes, prompting Kenny to chase him outside into the hallway, humiliating him. Miguel is seen training at his apartment when there is a knock at the door and Johnny enters. Miguel discovers Johnny's headband underneath Carmen's pillow. At the LaRusso household, Daniel discovers a Cobra Kai item of clothing belonging to Kenny. When questioned on this, Anthony lies to Daniel and tells him that he's been given a hard time, which prompts Daniel to console him. However, Anthony ultimately feels slight guilt over it, but nonetheless Daniel asks him to get ready because it's time to learn karate. At Cobra Kai, Kenny is angry and unleashing his anger onto the padded equipment before Kreese lines the whole class up. Kreese informs the dojo that the lesson today will be based on weakness. Silver declares that we all have weaknesses, to which Tori retorts that Sensei Kreese doesn't have one. Silver replies, "Of course he does, we all do," whilst Kreese gives Silver an icy stare. The objective of the lesson for the day is to find the opponent's weakness and attack it. Kreese and Silver agree that they will both choose a fighter, and the winner gets a six-pack of brews. Johnny and Carmen break it to Miguel, albeit awkwardly. Miguel takes it surprisingly well. At Miyagi-Do, Dimitri and Sam are seen examining some sai, ancient Okinawan weapons. Chris can be seen practicing breaking technique. Meanwhile, Anthony is at Miyagi-Do for the first time and Daniel sets him up to learn wax on, wax off. Back at Cobra Kai, Silver picks Piper whilst Kreese picks Tori. Tori comes out victorious. Johnny introduces a new female student to Eagle Fang named Devon Lee. Johnny now goes through a series of exercises surrounded around cheating in tournaments and how the Eagle Fang students will get over Cobra Kai's cheating tactic. However, Miguel is excluded from this exercise because Johnny doesn't want to risk him getting hurt before the competition. Back at Cobra Kai, Kreese selects Robbie whereas Silver selects Kenny. Robbie is relatively comfortable in the fight, but it can be seen that he is taking precaution when sparring with Kenny. Kenny looks to Silver for advice, to which Silver tells him that everybody has a weakness. Kenny and Robbie begin again, but this time Kenny surprises Robbie by playing possum, pretending to be hurt, before sweeping his leg. At Eagle Fang, Miguel is experiencing some grief from other students due to Johnny's nepotism for him. Daniel returns to Miyagi-Do to be pleasantly surprised that Anthony has cleaned every car, but it's revealed Anthony hired someone else to do it for him. Anthony is sick of hearing Mr. Miyagi stories and him and Daniel fall out. Miguel reveals to Johnny and Carmen that at first he was happy for Carmen, but feels things have changed since they've got together, notably in training where Miguel is almost given a free pass where the other students have to work hard. Anthony can be seen admiring Miyagi-Do artifacts. Daniel comes in and Anthony feels left out in regards to the fact he doesn't have any memories with Mr. Miyagi. Daniel tells Anthony of some of the memories he has of Miyagi and Anthony. Johnny arrives at the school and invites Miguel to go on a field trip with him, to which Miguel accepts. Anthony finally tries to bury the hatchet with Kenny, but Kenny for a change escalates the situation. After a chase, the bullies trap Kenny in the library, but Kenny slowly takes each bully out until he finally reaches LaRusso. But just before Kenny can do any damage, a teacher arrives, stopping the fight. Johnny reveals to Miguel about his own father issues, and that he doesn't want to make the same mistake again. Miguel says he still wants Johnny to be his sensei and still wants to learn karate. Johnny unveils a contraption with watermelons designed for flying tornado kicks, and Sam walks in and declares she wants to learn both styles. Daniel and Amanda arrive at the school after the library fight. The school headmaster announces they will suspend the students, as well as Anthony, with enough evidence to conclude that Anthony has been a severe bully throughout the year. We switch to Cobra Kai where Kreese congratulates Silver on his victory with some ba moi ba, Vietnamese beer. Kreese then reminds Silver of some horrifying war stories, which Silver would rather forget. Kreese then claims that he should remember soldiers that don't follow their lead. Kreese inquires into what Silver thinks his own weakness is. In an attempt to make Silver fall back in line, he reminds Silver of how afraid he was in the cage in Vietnam, and that if he isn't careful and doesn't follow his leader, it will all blow up. The episode ends, and before the credits roll, a tribute is posted to Albert Olmsted, who worked in the camera and electrical department for Cobra Kai. Rest in peace, Albert. This episode really just proves how easily Kreese has got Silver wrapped around his finger, and I like how Kreese picks the right moment before he jogs Silver's memory to some horrific times, which in turn allows Kreese to take charge of the remorseful Silver. Things are really heating up between the two, and I could feel sympathy for Silver, who had rid himself of the Cobra Kai way of life, and who was recovering from his past troubles, only to be enticed by the offer from Kreese, which has now awakened Silver's dark past. We finally got to see Anthony face ramifications for his actions across the season, as well as the other bullies who, in my opinion, were always instigating the grief that Kenny received. Eagle Fang has finally recruited a girl, meaning that all 3 dojos will have a girl represent them in the women's division of the Valley. Overall, another really solid episode. I really enjoyed the Kreese and Silver interactions, and I think that Kreese is really unnerving Silver as it stands. And that's all we have time for on this episode of the Cobra Corner. I thank you for watching. Please leave what you thought about that episode in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.